If you're living your life right now and you're not happy with it, you don't feel like you have a sense of meaning or purpose, then it's probably because you're doing one or more of these 5 habits. And once you eliminate these 5 habits from your day-to-day life, you're going to feel empowered with more energy that you can actually do tasks and be more productive throughout the day. And you're actually going to be looking forward to every day as it comes. So if you're looking to transform your life in 2023, then stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing exactly why you should eliminate these habits and how you can do so. So these habits are going to be ordered from least important to most important to eliminate, meaning you're going to want to find out what the last habit is because that is going to have the most impact on your life. Habit number 1 is letting your ego control your emotions. You need to start listening more than you talk when you're around other people because the more you listen, the more information you bring into your brain and the more you process that information, the more knowledge you're going to gain. So this is going to eliminate some of the mistakes that other people have already made so you don't have to make the same ones. Stop trying to impress people just to fit into a certain social group or setting. And stop trying to impress other people just for clout and be able to say,
"Ooh, I'm popular, look at me."
When in reality, the harder you try and seek other people's attention by doing activities such as vaping or smoking and being a pest is actually going to make you become less popular than what you already are. It's going to have the
opposite effect
than what you think it's going to have. People aren't stupid these days and they're going to see right through you. And so you just need to be authentic and start being yourself around others and stop trying to impress people and be someone that you're not. Habit number 2 is taking the safe road every single time. If you aren't willing to take some sort of risk in life, then you're going to end up living an average life. If you're too caught up in living and going down that safe traditional route, then you're not going to experience new things in life. You're not going to be able to have the fun that you want to have. You'll look back one day on the times that you had as a younger person when you're older, and you're going to think, oh, I wish I should have done that, or I wish I should have done this. But you were too afraid of other people's opinions, so you played it safe and just kept going down the same road that you were traveling on. And you didn't get to experience those experiences that you wanted to do, but were too afraid of what other people would think of you, so you didn't do them. This is going to lead to regrets and could possibly lead to depression in later years of life. Habit number 3 is fear of change or fear of finding out what your true potential is. If you are not willing to put your best effort forward in every single thing that you do and try, then you're not going to succeed with much. You need to be able to try and strive to be at your fullest potential in everything that you do. If people are judging you because you're doing something that you want to do, you need to get rid of them out of your life because they're not supporting you and they're not having a positive, good influence on yourself. So if you are afraid of finding out what your true potential is because you're worried if you put in that hard work and that dedication and then that final result isn't good enough for the public, this comes from a place of being judged by others, and you can't let that get in the way because that's just going to have a massive negative impact on your life. But you need to look at the positive side of things and say, what if it's actually better than what they think? What if it's better than I expected? Look at the best outcome possible and focus on that, because if you do, you will achieve those higher standards. So get over that fear of judgment and actually just start taking action on your goals that you want to achieve. Habit number 4 is letting your past experiences prevent you from enjoying the present. Don't let previously bad experiences or events stop you from doing new things and doing the same thing again. For example, if you had a relationship in the past and it went sideways or it ended for some reason and you didn't enjoy it, don't let that stop you from going and finding another relationship or trying to find another relationship. Just because it happened once doesn't mean it's going to happen again. So don't be afraid to keep trying until you get the result that you want. And habit number 5 is to stop living how others want you to live. I'm sure you have heard this story before, but if you haven't, here goes. So there was once a man passing through a village with all these elephants, and they were tied up to a rope. And he was surprised to see that these big, massive elephants were only being contained by small ropes around their ankles and a stick in the ground. There was no chains and there was no cages. It was really obvious the elephants could break away at any time they wanted to if they tried to. but for some reason they just didn't. So he asked someone passing by, why do the elephants not just break away if they want to? And the man replied, when they were much younger, we did the same thing to them, and because they were so much smaller and younger, they weren't able to break away from it, and it was enough to contain them back then. So as they grow up, they are conditioned to believe that they can't break away from that rope. So even though if they wanted to, they could break away from that rope, they don't, because they don't believe that they can, and it's being conditioned into their mind that they can't. This story relates to so many of us, limited by what others put barriers on our goals and what we can and can't achieve. They tell us what to pursue, what we can't pursue, and what to do when and where. But in reality, if you really truly want to do something, you can do it if you put the hard work and the effort into it. All in all, if you were doing any of these habits in 2023, you desperately need to eliminate them to live your fullest potential and your happiest life. Set some goals and actually take action and follow through on them this time. Make 2023 the year that you said it would be, and don't let it go to waste.